Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And you may think this is another edition of Lab Rats on location in Las Vegas.
Kind of looks like it here with the convention center in the background.
Exactly, but you know what? Sean and I are now nicely toasty in our beds at home. And this is our, I guess it's our leftovers show, right?
Kind of the leftovers, just stuff that didn't fit, just was too long or whatever. There's always stuff left over. We're shooting pretty much all day, and you can't fit all of that into a 20-minute episode. And we know you don't want to be sitting there watching us for 2 hours every day.
It's not very good marketing. We should call it like an extra special bonus CES edition of Lab Rats.
Lab Rats, sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds. Anyway, these are all the bits and pieces that you should see because they're fun and we haven't seen so far. So we hope you will enjoy them. But first, a message from our sponsor, and then the good stuff.
If a doggy was the new Camtasia Studio 5, it would be the cutest. It would be obedient, and it wouldn't steal Aunt Betsy's purse. The new Camtasia Studio 5, screencasting software that's better than a doggy. Download it at www.techsmith.com.
Vince from Synesthesia has the coolest product I've seen at the show so far. I've seen it before, but I'm seeing a little bit more of it here than I saw before because Vince has one that's cracked open. So tell us about what you have.
All right, this is the Mandala drum. It's an electronic drum, and it's got our patented membrane technology underneath the surface here, which knows where you're hitting it as well as how hard you're hitting it, which sets it off from other electronic drums. And right out of the USB port into your computer with our virtual brain software with an instrument library of over 100 instruments. Half of them are drums and half are musical. And what happens then is it's as simple as this. You call up a preset. You see how your zones are assigned to different sounds. And I've got music playing. So there's an example of 3 different instruments playing 3 different musical scales as you step through. Now here's an example of a completely percussive drum right here. You can break it down into drums. So basically what we have is for beginners or for pros alike, you can just take this thing right out of the box, use from 1 to 5 with our software. They're MIDI controllers, and you could be using them live, and you can be recording with them also.
So you can set this up with up to 7 different active zones on this using the concentric circle. So take a look at this right here. This is what's underneath all of that. And so it works in little circles on the way out, as you saw on the graphic earlier, and it can trigger up to 7. Now, when I used it with 7, it was a little bit too fine for me. I was sort of like whacking all over the place. I don't have the precision yet for this.
Come in, just break it right down and hit 2 zones instead, and then all of your whole drum kit will break down into, say, just a kick in the middle and a snare on the outside. So you got a kick and a snare. Get yourself a roll. And you can turn on effects. We have effects racks, and you can control any parameter from the middle to the edge. So you've got a whole rack of effects with distortions and filters, equalizers, delays, and if you want to get into it, you can even open up a second effects rack right here. That's another whole bunch of filters, another EQ, and some good reverb and a flanger, and it's all up to you. You could just use the presets if you want.
So pretty powerful, it looks like. Available for both Mac and PC?
Yes, both platforms.
And what is the price for this?
$349 for a Mandala pad with a USB cable and a good set of sticks and the virtual brain software and a bonus Black Beauty snare player which has 3,400 samples of one single snare on it for the players that want to push it to the limit.
Kicking or snaring, I guess. Thanks, Vince.
Thank you.
I don't have any food. I have no food.
That's okay, you don't have to have food.
Let me put down my drink at least.
See, this is guys, Trevor Bratney's he's the PR guy with Linksys. He has to put his drink down, making himself presentable corporately. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I like the pink shirt.
Thank you. It's actually a theme, if you notice. Mike is also wearing a pink shirt.
That's right.
Real men wear pink.
Is this the new California thing?
It is. Mike's European, though, so
oh, yeah,
it's the influence.
That's very nice. I
don't have the suspenders. I didn't go with the suspenders.
Are you going to show me some new products or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this guy's harassed me, sent me like 9 emails. Please come and see our stuff, please.
We need you.
I know you do. I love you. Come on, let's see what's going on.
So this is a new generation of our internet camera.
Right.
This is actually a home monitoring camera. So what we've done is we've taken our internet camera and we've added features like audio. We've added better visibility in low light, and we've added higher resolution. So now you can actually take it and have it in a vacation home. You could put it in the baby's room. You can put it at your front door. And you can be able to log into that from anywhere that you can have access to a web browser.
Now this is wireless, right?
This is wireless, absolutely.
So it logs into a wireless network, and then you can access it remotely.
Yes, this sits on your wireless network. You could actually do it wired as well, but it sits on your wireless network, and you can access it, like I said, from anywhere you have a browser.
And it's pretty. It's actually pretty for a Linksys product.
Wait till you see the routers.
All right. Redesigned this year, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So when's that available?
This is available now at a $99 price point.
Perfect. Okay. This is where the design kicks in, right?
We actually thought about taking this to the other event that's going on, but we didn't quite get there. You can actually see this router running. What we've done is we've taken our older router technology and put it into a new, sleek design that we ran through several tests with different consumer groups to find out what the preferences were, what they liked to see. What we found out was that aesthetically they liked the sleek design, but they were worried about the performance of the antennas. So we've taken the antennas, embedded them, made sure that we named them to give consumers confidence in that. If you look at the router itself, you can see that there's a raised bezel sort of here to let you know that there's antennas in there, give you that feel. It's a little bit heavier than you're used to on the router front, and that's so it doesn't flop around when you plug the cables into it.
Good. That's good, yeah. It has a bit of a heft to it.
Yes.
So it looks like a Frisbee, too.
Yes, this is the double-decker if you compare it to food versus a quarter pounder.
All right, I got it. Okay. He watches the food demos, of course.
Yes, I do.
And what's the price point on this guy?
That's going to depend on what version you go with. We have an Ethernet version that's going to be $99 in the all black. And then as you move up to gigabit, you're looking at $129.
Right, and these are all N compliant?
They are wireless N.
Yeah, wireless N.
Absolutely.
So that's 802.11n, which is this new sort of super fast speed, backwardly compatible to 802.11g, V, and we don't even worry about A anymore, do we?
Well, that's a good segue into the next product.
Well, there you go. Okay, so what do we got here?
What we've got here is a dual band wireless N simultaneous router. So what's the simultaneous piece of that means is that you can actually transmit in both the 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz spectrums at the same time. That becomes important when you start to deal with products like our Media Center extender. You would utilize the 5 gigahertz spectrum to move that video and entertainment content around and use the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum for things like your internet surfing or your data transfers, that kind of thing.
So you got your 5 gigahertz up here, and you got your 2.4 gigahertz down here.
Absolutely.
So there's no conflicting between the two data.
Absolutely. The traffic that is latency sensitive, we call it, you put up in the 5 gig space so that you don't have to worry about it glitching while you're watching a video.
So latency sensitive means sensitive about time, about how long it takes to get from one point A to point B.
Exactly. If you're watching a video, a minor glitch in that video, you're going to notice it. If you're on a website, you're not going to notice a minor glitch, and that's why you want to have that segregation between the two spectrums. Utilizing that same technology are a couple of products here. This is a USB adapter, dual band wireless N.
For your laptop?
For your laptop, absolutely. Also for your laptop, an express card dual band adapter. This is actually our first express card adapter. So we're really starting to utilize the new technology that's coming along in laptops.
So it's useful for the mobile, the PCI Express cards that go in laptops these days?
Exactly.
Okay, good. And finally?
This is our wireless and gaming adapter. The first wireless, and it's also dual band as well. Right. So you would want, like, if you plug this into your Xbox or your PlayStation, you would use this to utilize that 5 gigahertz spectrum, if you would like, to move that content around your home.
So wait a second. So you're moving that content from your TV from your unit downstairs to your TV upstairs?
Well, you would actually use this for your gaming. So gaming is another really sensitive
latency
environment. It's a latency sensitive piece. So you want to make sure that you have the ability to segregate that content if you'd like.
And finally, how much for the pink shirt?
That would cost you about $99.
$99 for the new shirt. And all new design from Linksys here at CES. Thank you so much for showing us this stuff. It's fantastic. Good to see you, Trevor. All right, take care.
So Paul from Greenplug has an opinion on power supplies that he just shared with us, and he's going to share it with you right now.
Our mission is to rid the world of these. we want to repeal the law that says power supplies need to be ugly, wasteful, and good for only one thing so that you get to throw them away when you retire a device. That's crazy. That's not sustainable. For the first time, we have a business economic bottom line advantage for companies that also happens to be good for the environment. They could stop making power supplies. You buy one power supply for life. And that's all enabled by an intelligent chip called the Green Plug Universal Power Protocol.
So we don't plug our our devices into this chip, obviously. So,
No, not
so
yet.
where do we put this?
This is going to be designed, we don't sell to end user consumers. This will go into power supply that power supply companies make. We have created a working example to show people. This is a multi-port device powering 2 USB devices plus anything, a cell phone, a cordless phone. That's not even a cell phone. When have you seen one single power supply able to power a DVD player, a digital picture frame? We've got a cordless drill, toys. There's nothing that can't be powered in the external power supply world by our universal power technology.
Well, I guess that's the problem, is that all of these things are DC as opposed to AC, which comes out of your wall.
That's correct. But in the future, we are going to see a world where AC and DC power supplies will coexist, so you don't even need to bring your power supply. Let me ask you, you traveled to come to Las Vegas for this show? How many power supplies did you bring with you?
Too many.
I brought 5. Wouldn't it be nice? Can't you imagine the day when you don't have to bring it, you just plug into the wall in the hotel? What about Starbucks? Listen, Starbucks, we'd love you to put DC distribution centers in your coffee shop so people can just plug in.
Excellent. So you say you're working with other companies to get this smart power into other devices. Do you have any target goal right now for getting them out into the marketplace, date-wise?
Yes, we do. We anticipate you'll see Green Plug-enabled power supplies reaching the store shelves by Q3 of this year. We already have some very strong power supply makers, accessories, products builders, I don't want to mention their names, who want to be the first to take advantage of this universal and green technology that they're going to put in their existing products. The big challenge is to get people like Hewlett-Packard and Panasonic and Sony and everyone who makes electronic devices to take out software. It's free. Just put a little bit of smarts into your technology and you'll save money. You don't have to produce a $2 to $15 power supply for every one of your products. That goes away. Everyone wins in this technology.
There you go. Get rid of the bricks. Go green.
Okay, so you iPod fans out there, watch out. Here comes the Microsoft Zune, at least to Canada this spring. And I'm here with Alana from Microsoft Canada, right?
Yes, that's right.
And so, we know you guys are like from Somalia and Sweden and the US and Canada, but, this is a big deal because only Canada is getting the Zune outside of the US.
That's right. We're going to be the first non-US market to launch Zune, so we're really excited about that.
So does this mean that the Zune doesn't suck anymore?
Zune never sucked. Never.
Okay, so show us what you got. What is the new model?
So this is the same device that launched in the US in November that we'll be bringing to Canada. So we're going to be bringing the Zune 4 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte, and 80 gigabyte devices. This is the Zune 8.
Will they all be this size?
No, the Zune 4 and 8 are this size, and the Zune 80 is slightly larger. It has a larger screen, ideal for watching videos, where this is much more of a music scenario.
Good, okay. So now what is the value add over and above the iPod? Because, it's a tough competitor to beat.
I agree, but the value add is we basically have everything that you've come to expect in an iPod, plus we have FM radio built in, wireless, so you can send music or pictures wirelessly from device to device. Now,
what kind of wireless? Like Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Woo!
Yeah, woo!
That's exciting.
And with the wireless, you can also do a wireless sync through your home network, so you don't need to plug the device into your PC. You can put it on the speaker dock, download your daily podcasts or new songs, and it automatically syncs onto your device for the next day.
Now, it doesn't use Windows Vista's interface, does it?
No, this is actually Zune software. We've got Zune software for your PC, and Zune Marketplace is going to be coming later in the year.
So can you push a button here and make it go?
Sure, yeah. I'll go in here to my music, and you can see if I move across to the albums, have some really nice album art coming up. If I open up a song, I can play anything in the album. I could go in here and, say that I really love this song and change the rating, or I don't love this song.
And where do you get your music from?
So Zune Marketplace will be coming in 2008, but will not be there at launch. So most users probably are going to use their existing music collection, rip CDs onto their computer, etc. And then
User plays MP3.
yes, yeah, a wide variety of different.
And Windows
formats.
Media Audio?
Yeah.
And what about AAC?
AAC, as long as it's not protected.
So as long as it's not Apple from the iTunes store, you can play it, right?
Even
So
if,
am I naughty? I'm a naughty boy.
if it's unprotected, then it will play on the Zune. If
you
it's
go.
protected, then that's DRM, and that's the
DRM,
point of
right.
DRM. Yeah.
Okay. And how much?
So we haven't announced Canadian pricing yet. No.
Okay. Well, there you go. Zoom coming to Canada is the first market outside the US and apparently doesn't suck anymore. How exciting is that?
So we've talked about solid state drives before. We've got one right here. It's actually plugged into this notebook right over here. Now, solid state drive uses flash memory. One of the key things about this is it doesn't have mechanical parts in it, and we're going to show you why that matters. We've got it actually in this paint shaker, believe it or not. And this is actually running right now, and it's still running over here, no problems. Now you can imagine with regular notebooks, if you tried doing this with a hard drive, you'd have a pretty toasted drive pretty quickly. With solid state, you can give it a bit of jarring, bumps, shakes. You can even put it into a paint shaker and it'll still keep going. This is why a lot of people are thinking that this is going to be the drive of the future very soon. Well, the Optimus Maximus keyboard, it's been in demand for quite some time now, generally available to the public. It has OLED keys there that actually change with program that you can get. So different applications, you can change the key set, you can program your own. It's about $1,500 right now, which is a little bit pricey. Hopefully it will come down in the future. But for those that must have this absolutely beautiful design, very programmable, very hot, it is available now, a waiting list of about 2 weeks, so it will get into your hands.
Okay, so there's a big war going on here, right? You know, Blu-ray versus HD DVD. And a second company, last year, was a company came out with a dual player, which played both formats. And now Samsung's got a brand new dual player right here.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, this is the UP5000, the Duo HD player. And this player was released in the US market just a few weeks ago.
So in December?
Yes, in December.
Okay. And so it plays both Blu-ray discs and...
Yes, both Blu-ray and HD DVD, plus its interactivity components.
Oh, very good, yeah, because right, some of the first generation didn't, right?
Yes, that's
Good.
correct.
So how much are you going to charge the nice people out there on the internet for one of these devices?
So this player is priced at $799.
$799? Very good, okay. But I guess that guarantees redundancy, right? Like if no matter which one wins the war, you can always play both.
Yes, so that is our strategy with the Duo HD. We believe that there is some confusion out there, but there's also a demand to go on to full HD video content. So we believe that the Duo HD serves as relieving some of that consumer confusion.
Right, exactly. You're trying to take the pressure off people having to decide, right?
Yes,
Very
exactly.
good. Okay.
And we have a second generation dual format player that we announced today called the UP5500.
UP5500?
Yes.
Do you name these devices?
No.
It's not a very clever name. Okay, so it's the UP2, and so what's the difference between that one and this one in front of us?
Well, this one is what we call BD Profile 1.1 ready. In January, there'll be a firmware update, and this has an Ethernet connection, so it automatically detects when there's a firmware, and it'll update your player.
From the internet.
Right. So the big difference between this player and
The one you
the
announced.
UP5500 is that UP5500 will come Profile 1.1 out of the box.
So Profile 1.1 is what, just the software inside it?
It's a Blu-ray requirement. It's like Blu-ray spec requirement.
Oh, spec requirement. I got it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. $799.
We don't have a price for it.
You don't have that one?
No, it's coming out in the second half.
There you go. Dual mode HD DVD players with Blu-ray from Samsung.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ah! Robot attack! Well, LG doesn't just have 3D televisions, they also have a watch phone, just like in Dick Tracy.
That's right. The Dick Tracy phone is, well, whether it's a reality or not, we have some concepts of it. Now, this watch phone is a GSM phone currently running on 2G. It's a working phone. This does text messaging. It has a speakerphone. It has a scroll navigation soft keys built into it. This phone is really speaking to what can mobile communications look like in the near future. And we felt that the watch was a great form factor to play with. Right now, people are not wearing watches as much anymore because their cell phone is playing that role. Well, we turned the tables back. Get rid of the cell phone, put it onto the watch.
Excellent. So you say this is future technology. When are you expecting this might become a reality?
Right now, the R&D centers haven't shared in detail when the product rollout will be. But again, the great thing is this is a currently running a prototype on the 2G network, and we're hoping that, working with carriers, we're trying to work on the global level so that this can be widely available, and that's something LG is trying to commit to, not launching products by regions, but on the global scale. So again, when this happens, hopefully it'll be a global rollout.
Well, that's it for another edition of CES from Lab Rats.
Yes, another year in the can.
I am so happy it's finished.
I'm happy because I'm not actually here and I'm resting.
A very nice, pretty blonde lady's rubbing my feet right now in Toronto.
Really?
That's how I treat myself after CES.
That's a good idea.
We hope you enjoyed our adventures here at CES this year. I don't think there's much else to say.
No, send your feedback to us at feedback@labrats.tv. Let us know how you like the show. Let us know if there's more you want to see more of next year. We'll get around to it, but it'll take a year. But, we'll keep it in mind.
You get kind of lead time anyway, right?
Yeah, we've got a bit of lead time.
Hey, do you have any throat lozenges?
No.
I think I'm going to go into radio after this. Lab Rats Radio, Las Vegas.
And do the late night smoky jazz show.
That's right. Anyway, it was a pleasure doing business with you again this year.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you in about a year.
I'm going to go this way.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. No. Let's go this way.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Someone at some point thought that this actually sounded like a proper English sentence because they've been working on it for so long in committee. Welcome to the world of Imagine.
Zoom coming to Canada is the first market outside the US and apparently doesn't suck anymore. How exciting is that?
That was so mean.